So we all know ChatGPT has now got the addition of custom GPTs, where you can train those on your own personal data with custom instructions. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to get that set up, and I'm also going to show you how you can embed these into your websites to automate customer interactions and increase the number of sales that your business is making. So if you head to your ChatGPT account, you will see, if you go to the Explore tab up here, you can create your own GPTs. So this is an example that has been created by OpenAI. It's their DALL-E GPT. So it's very much the same as having your own just normal ChatGPT, but it's designed specifically for your own custom use case. So depending on how you use ChatGPT, this will depend on how you create these. Now the best part about custom GPTs is you don't need to know how to code to be able to create them. So if you're building an educational chatbot, for example, because you're a student and you want to be able to learn how to do a specific task, you can build your own GPT. The other thing is, if you are a business and you want to train a GPT on all of your business data that can then understand and help you with your processes in your business, you can also do that. So for example, if we go to Explore, we can actually create a GPT. Now this is, you have to be on the paid version of ChatGPT to be able to access this. Here we have a list of the OpenAI GPTs that they've created, and you can get an idea of exactly what things other people are doing. Eventually you'll be able to create these and sell them in a marketplace as well. So to get started, I'm just going to close this down here. We have the create and the configure options. So if we read this ChatGPT builder, it's actually going to take us through the process, and down here on the right we'll be able to preview what this GPT looks like as we're building it. In this example, I want to see if we can create a GPT which is going to be a marketing professional, and it's going to help us build our business. It's going to understand what our business does, and it's going to be able to help us get more users or more customers. So it's going to go in and update the custom GPT with that information, and it's probably going to recommend the steps that we need to take for this. We can also give it additional information as well that it will be able to use in reference for all of its questions. So if you have, for example, PDF documents about your business or various SOPs, you can upload those using this icon here. So we're going to just follow this through now. It's going to recommend a name. I'm just going to go with yes, and then it's going to probably recommend some a logo that we use, and you can see down here already it's actually recommending some questions that we could send to that GPT for us to use whenever we log in and start using it. Again, it's recommended a logo for us to use. So I'm giving it some high-level information about exactly what tasks that I want it to follow. And in this case, I've told it that I run a software company that focuses in the B2B space, and my main goal is to focus on marketing the software, increasing our user base. I've given it some details about what we do, but I also want it to help me with detailed marketing strategy as well. Now, it takes a while to actually build these GPTs. You can see here I've got to go through a lot of question and answering until I can refine it in the way that I would actually like. If we come into the configure while that's just going on, we can actually name our GPT, which it's come up with a name for us anyway, and here it's actually giving it some custom instructions. Now the only problem is with these custom instructions is they're actually fairly basic on what you can do and the way that it tailors these to your business. Now you can see it's actually updated with this a little bit of it. It's actually updated this with a bit more information about the specific goals in mind now that I've told it how we're actually using and what sort of marketing methods we're doing. So it's focusing on providing marketing strategies tailored to platforms like these ones. So it's basically just giving it and crafting it a general prompt that it can use specifically for our business. We can actually give it different capabilities. So here I've got web browsing turned on. I don't need image generation, and if you want you can have code interpreter, which is quite useful, but for this specific use case right now I don't think we're going to need code interpreter. Web browsing could be useful to search for current trends, but realistically what I want is a model that has all the information about my business, and that's really it for now. So I'm going to go in and we're going to see what else it's come up with. It wants to discuss what we should avoid. Are there any specific topics or types of advice I want to steer clear of? So for example, if there's common things that are common strategies that I already know about, I don't want it to be wasting time on that. So I'm going to include those things. Again, so I've basically given it some information that is specific for my task and my overall outcome here. I've told it I'm an experienced marketer and I want to avoid basic common marketing strategies, trying to get it to think a little bit outside of the box. I'm also telling it that I'm a high-level strategist, that it's a high-level strategist, and to avoid paid marketing strategies. So we're going to tailor this experience to be optimized for our general outcome. And again, if we look into the configure, we'll probably see that it's going to be adding these into a list of instructions for it to actually follow as well. So you can see here it's just added an extra prompt: steer clear of financial or legal advice and clarify any vague or general inquiries. So it hasn't really fully understood exactly what it is that I'm trying to get it to do, but we'll see what it does. The likelihood is it's got something else on the back end which stops it from using these different things in its responses. I've also decided that I want it to be able to understand high-level marketing data. So if I downloaded a load of conversion data about my business, I want it to be able to understand that data, interpret it, and then make informed decisions from that information. Which means if I come back into the Configure tab, I'm going to want to turn back on Code Interpreter so it will be able to understand CSV documents, for example. So if I uploaded a CSV document which tracked all of the views that I get on social media, the number of website clicks that I'm getting, or even SEO content, I want it to be able to analyze that and see how well I can, or what different changes I can make to improve the performance. So we're now going to give it a go, and what I'm going to do is literally just paste in here some tables, example documentation about sort of conversion rates, the number of trials and subscriptions that a business is getting. This is just some information that I've just quickly thrown together, so it's going to be all around the place and see if it can actually understand that information. So for example, the number of website visitors that website's had, the number of trials that they've had, the number of customers they've had, the number of conversion rates, and those sorts of things. So I wanted to see if it can understand this data and then make a recommendation to improve the results on this website. So for example, I want it to, well, we'll just send that and then we'll see what it says. So the good thing so far is it's actually leading the conversation. It's asking me to provide more tailored analysis. He has to ask a few more questions, such as audience insights, customer feedback and interaction, competitor analysis, marketing channels, and other things. But what I'm going to do now is actually compare this output to a just normal ChatGPT conversation to see if this is actually going to make any difference at all, whether it's even worth doing this. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to take the description, it's a virtual CMO, and we're also going to copy the instructions, and we're going to send these bits of information to ChatGPT, and then we're going to send the exact same question and see what it says. Okay, so we're just into ChatGPT at the moment. This is GPT-4. We are going to paste in this, so we're going to say let me just pause this. So all I've done is I've told it your role is, and I've given it the description. I've also said do not deviate from this role, and I've also given it the exact same prompt that we have in our custom GPT. It's now obviously going to take that information in, and then I'm going to give it the same data that we've given it here and see if it can actually give us basically the exact same thing. So I want to see if it's going to lead the conversation like this is doing here, and then we'll just analyze the results we've got from this one. So when I built this test data, I put in some specific split tests that have been run. So in this example, there's a subscription or a customer checkout which is moved throughout the funnel, and there's been different tests that have been run. Here it's been able to analyze that data, understand it, and it's decided, specifically what is the best place to put this exactly in that funnel, and it's probably going to tell me to actually follow this. And then it's telling me some different strategies such as leveraging customer success stories, content marketing, focused on thought leadership, but there's nothing here that's sort of earth-shatteringly groundbreaking. If we go back to this example here, it's doing exactly the same thing. So it's actually doing an analysis of the funnel, views to direct website sessions, conversions, website users with customers. So it's actually had a look at the percentage and the conversion rates on different parts of this funnel, and then it's actually looked at the different time periods as well at which we had different tests running in this test data, and it's probably going to give me some insights here and recommendations on exactly how to increase this. So the results are fairly similar. So where does this really come in handy? Well, if you actually come to the ChatGPT and you upload specific files, for example, what I have here is an FAQ document with 6 pages of commonly asked questions and answers about my business. So for example, I could upload this information. I could come to my custom GPT, I'm going to upload this file and I'll select it here. I could upload this information about ChatIQ, which is my business, and then we can get it to, I assume it's automatically saved that. I'm going to come here and I can say, okay, what is ChatIQ, for example, and it will now read this PDF document and hopefully respond with a bit of information about exactly what it is ChatIQ does. The reason it's taking a little bit longer is because it's having to search through these documents as well. The only problem is if I have multiple documents uploaded, I can't really see what it's referencing, but it should be able to provide me with a source link that it's using at the end of this conversation. At least that's what they said on their keynote. So here it's given a bit of a breakdown, which is fairly accurate, saying it's got an interface builder. There's data management, where users can manage their data through their data feed. They can bulk, update or delete. Subscription management, chatbot viewing management, so they can view different conversations on the chatbot platform, conversation threads and remove data. And there's some other bits of information. So it's actually breaking down pretty much everything within this PDF. So it's able to not necessarily summarize it, but it's looking at the document and it's saying, okay, what information have I got here and how can I use this in my conversation? So if you wanted to upload specific information for it to reference, then you could do this. For example, you could have PDF documents of your marketing statistics or sort of different information about how your business is run or SOPs, and then it will be able to use that in the context of its conversation. So when you're talking about specific marketing strategies, it can reference that data rather than having to constantly ask you questions like it's doing here, asking for audience insights, customer feedback, competitor analysis. All of these you could turn into documents and then upload to your custom GPT. I'm going to see now if you can say, what was the PDF you referenced? I'm going to see if it can give me that information, because obviously if I've got 25 or 50 different PDFs uploaded, then I'm going to want to know exactly which PDF it's using. You can see here it's searching through the knowledge and hopefully it'll be able to respond. I don't know if I'll be able to download that PDF or view that PDF, that's the other thing. So we'll just wait and see what comes up. Cool, so it's decided that it knows the reference title is ChatIQ FAQs, which is correct. So it given, again, a little bit of information about what that PDF contains. The only problem is I can't actually view that PDF if I want to. So if I've lost that PDF and I want to see exactly what that information is contained within that PDF, then I can't actually download it from what I can see. I'm sure this is something that I'll probably bring out in the future. That is how you create your own custom GPT, and it gives you an idea of how it's responding to those questions. Now, what if we want to actually embed this in our website and actually automate customer conversations? At the moment, this isn't possible within the custom GPTs within ChatGPT. What if I wanted to collect customer information and then use that information for my marketing analytics, or if I wanted to use that information to improve how my business is run or add different things to my website to make sure I'm understanding exactly what my customer is thinking? Well, currently you can't do all of this within custom GPTs, and it's very unlikely you will be able to do this with custom GPTs in the near future. Obviously once I've done this, I can of course save my custom GPT to only me and then confirm that. For some reason it's not working. But if I want to do all of that custom interactions, we have a software called ChatIQ, which is the one that I was giving it the FAQs on. And ChatIQ basically allows us to automate customer interactions with AI agents. So you can create these AI agents like you would do with a custom GPT, but you can add them to your website and it will also be trained on all of your business information. But you can also track the conversations that people are having with these AIs, and you can use that in your marketing. So you can always use those information or use those messages that people are sending to your chatbot and then add those information to your website. For example, if there's commonly asked questions that people are asking your chatbot, you can add that information to your website to make sure that those questions are being answered as soon as people land. So for example, here we can say, this is an example chatbot that we've built using ChatIQ. What is ChatIQ, for example, and how can it help me? So the way this works is it's going to search customer knowledge base. You can see it's pretty quick in its responses. It knows it's a platform that allows users to build their own customer service AI agents, specifically designed to increase conversion rates on websites, turn browsing traffic into customers. Excellent. Okay, so if I wanted to sign up, I could say, how do I sign up? Is there a cost? Maybe you've got a lot of price objections on your website. Maybe people come in and they're not sure whether they should actually sign up, if it's going to cost them a lot of money. So it knows that there's a start for free button on the website. It also knows that we have a free 14-day trial, and it can provide the link for me to visit as well if I wanted to. So if I wanted to have one of these on my website, I could either embed it like this, or I could embed it in the corner as a little pop-up chatbot, which is exactly the same thing. So if I said, what is ChatIQ and how can it help me? I can ask this chatbot and it will be able to answer the question as well. People can minimize that, and you can have one chatbot embedded as many times as you want, or you could have chatbots that are specific to different bits of your website. Cool. So how do you actually get set up? Well, if you come to ChatIQ.ai and click on Get Started for free, it'll take you through our onboarding process, so you can actually build your first chatbot before you actually get to the subscription trial. So you can upload your own data, you can add that data and build your own custom chatbot. If you want to actually test your chatbot, you can go ahead and set up your free trial, which is $20 a month for 2 weeks. Then it'll take you to your dashboard. So in your dashboard, you can see here, this is all the information that we have for example chatbots that we're building. So down here on our left column, we can upload all of the data that we have for our custom chatbots, which is fairly similar to what you would have within your custom GPT here. All of that data, where have we gone? So many tabs open. All of that data is going to give us a breakdown of the number of words that we've got, and we can also tag that information. So at the moment this has been tagged with a ChatIQ interface, but say for example we wanted to build chatbots for, we have multiple websites, or we wanted to build chatbots for clients, or we have one for our front-end website that is a sales chatbot, but we also want a customer service chatbot that's within our software or it's within our e-learning platform. We can build different chatbots for different things all within one account using the same data, and we can pick and choose which data that we use for those chatbot builds. So for example, if I wanted to filter my data, I've got some that I've uploaded on the Apple keynote the other day, and I can build a specific chatbot for that information. Or I can come through here and I can filter the interface, and this is all the data that I have on the ChatIQ interface, and I use that data to build this chatbot here, which is the ChatIQ interface trained on 12 bits of data. I can also change the language that that chatbot is responding in and what languages it will understand. We can also test these chatbots. So if I come to the chatbot testing section, this is a chatbot that I've just been messing around with. You can see here this is called ChatIQ Widget 2. This is the knowledge that this chatbot is trained on. When we want to build a chatbot, all we do is we select the information for the chatbot. So for example, this chatbot we're going to train on 7 bits of data. We're going to select that and we're going to click on Create Chatbot. We can give our chatbot a name, so we're going to call this test, and we can select a custom prompt. I'll go through prompting in a second, but these custom prompts are much more advanced than what you would see here. They're kind of like custom instructions within ChatGPT, but you can get very advanced with how you're doing those prompts, and I've got some videos on this channel that will teach you how to do that. But for example, you can get it to understand the user's emotion, and you can get it to recommend specific links, which I'll show you in a demonstration. I think it's the single phase here. So I'll show you a demonstration of that. You can give it a custom introduction, for example, hello, how can I help? And this will be the greeting message that you see on the website, which is here, ask me anything about ChatIQ. I can also customize the colors. I can also actually add more information if I want to at a later date. So if my information gets updated, I can actually go in, see what information my chatbot's referencing. If it's out of date, I can remove that information and update it with new information. So we're going to go ahead and build this chatbot. I'm just going to close this little pop-out. You can see here test has been built and it's trained on 7 bits of data. If I click this button here, it's going to take us directly to this chatbot, and you can see along the top here I've got multiple different chatbots that I've been messing around with. Now for example test, we're just going to create a test chat. We can have multiple chat threads if we want. You can see down on the left here we've got all of the data that this chatbot's trained on. So for example I can ask it exactly the same thing that I asked on our website, which is what is ChatIQ and how can it help me? Once this loads up, you'll see here it's got the introduction message, and this is sort of a test environment. I'm going to let that respond, and you can see it's actually given me the reference data that it's responding with, but also the bits of that data that it's actually using. So in this case, we're actually using a lot of transcripts from YouTube, different videos that we've got on this YouTube channel. We've scraped that information, and you can see the timestamps that it's actually got that information from, because when we copied the script, it had the timestamps in. So we can actually go to that point in the video if we want to. We can also see down here we've just got a load of text that we've uploaded as well as additional information. It's then responded to that information correctly. It's then organised that information using the custom prompt that we've given it. So if I go to our prompt section, and we want this chatbot to be able to respond in a specific way, well, this is the prompt that our chatbot is using, which is an if-else prompt. And this is, you can see here, there's a public prompt library, and there's a load of different prompts that you can choose from. So for example, if we go to customer service and we scroll down, all of these different prompts have either been created by ChatIQ, or they've been created by other users. You can see here this is the single phase if-else prompt that I'm currently looking at, which I'm using within my chatbot. You can always save these prompts, which will duplicate them into your personal library, so you can customize them for however you want your chatbot to work. Now in this case, this single phase prompt is designed to understand the user's emotion, and it's designed to do human handoff. So for example, if the user's happy, it's going to tell them to visit a Trustpilot link because we want to gather a review. If the user's angry, it's going to get them onto a sales call with the sales team to try and manage that customer. So I'll show you an example of how this works. If we come back to our chatbot area, actually just a side note, this is one of the other chatbots that I've got built. You can see here it's got all the source text it's using. Now if I've uploaded the data as a PDF, for example, let's just filter. These two are PDF documents. The same thing goes if I have a URL. I've got a few URLs, so I can actually scrape my own website to train the data. But here I can actually visit that URL if I want to see where it's getting the information from. And there we go, it's taking me directly to the URL. It will do the same thing if we have a PDF as well. Okay, so we've gone back to the chatbot that we've just built. We're going to test out the if-else custom prompt that we've given it, which should be able to do human handoff and understand the user's emotion. Cool. So you can see here I've just said I hate this company, it's a massive scam and a rip-off. It's understood that user is angry, and then it said I recommend booking a call with our sales team. Here is the link to book in a call. Obviously this is just a sample Calendly link. So you can see if you had this on your website and people had questions about your business, or they're angry, or if you had this within the back end of your business, this can handle a lot of your customer communications. I can also click on share this chatbot, get the chatbot bubble embed code. I can copy this and paste this in the head code of my website. Now on our website, we actually this works with all sorts of different website builders. So if you've got Shopify, or you've got WordPress or GoDaddy or Squarespace, Wix, wherever your website's built, as long as you can access the head code of that website, you can embed this chatbot. And when I use that embed code, I will get a chatbot that looks like this, that will be embedded into my website. So if we head back, I just want to show you really quickly the messages area. So in the messages area, I can actually see all the different messages that people are sending to the chatbot on my website. And this is one of the chatbots that I've got. The main chatbot is actually on the website, is this chatbot here. So I can see, for example, the message that we just sent through in this conversation. What is ChatIQ, and how can it help me, and how do I sign up, and is there a cost? So I can actually see what conversations people are having with my chatbot in real time. So if I come back to here and I can say, excellent, just send that one through. I come back onto this side, you'll see in a second this will populate the data. Just do another example. What is ChatIQ and how it can help me? So how can it help me? And come back into here. It's loading up the new message. What is ChatIQ and how can it help me? And then this is the response that it's given. So if someone's having a conversation on my website live, I can see what's happening. Again, if I scroll down here, you can see the messages coming through. It's exactly the same message that we saw there. If I ask how much does it cost, you can see it's come through, and then it's given the response. And again, come onto the website, it's coming through with the message and its response. So I can see live the messages that people are having with my chatbot on my website. So there's a lot more that you can do with your custom ChatIQ chatbot and put it on your website. You can see here, if I come into my data feed, I've got multiple different chatbots, and depending on the plan that you're on, you can build multiple different chatbots, and then you can actually get those conversations managed using these on any website that you want, as long as you can embed them. So if you guys want to get started with this, or if you're interested, the link will be down below in the description. You can just head to our website, click on Get Started for free, complete your sign up. It will then take you through an onboarding process where you can then begin to upload the data. Once you've done that, it's going to show you here the data that you've uploaded into your chatbot. Then you can actually start to customize your chatbot, so you can give it a name. It will get you started with a custom prompt. You won't have to build a custom prompt to get started, and that will just be a customer service basic prompt, which you can always change once you get into your account. You can give it a greeting message, customize the colors, and then build your chatbot. Once you've built your chatbot, it will show you that your chatbot's ready, and then if you want to click Try Your Chatbot, you'll be able to embed it into your website, automate customer service, build multiple chatbots, create custom prompts and workflows, and so much more. This will then take you to a free trial checkout where you'll have 2 weeks to complete and build and just test out our software and see if it works for you. If you have any extra questions, let me know in the comments.